Hi, this is me again, sitting in the car. It's really hot outside. I'm putting it out there, and I don't always do a video. And my last video was explaining my situation. Now, I'm putting it out there. Somebody can put in the comment section and reach out to me. And I live in Maryland, and I'm wondering, what do I do if my apartment has emergency repair and I'm told I'm not supposed to be inhabit there. They'd rather not me inhabit there while it's being done, because the time a lot of times my work hours, a certain time, when the construction people there, they're not usually, there. Now, my landlord, the property manager or whatever, is looking for me to find my own accommodations. However, they thought, renter's insurance, but renter's insurance is a $500 deductible. So you put $500 out of pocket, whatever that over that, the insurance will pay, and then they'll also have food allowance as well. But even if the property decides to give you, say, $500 or maybe $1,000 off on the following month's rent, I'm just wondering, the work is, and if people will see my previous video, which I can probably link in the description of this video, that there's major work being done, is emergency work done, and it has nothing to do with anything I did to cause the problem. It wasn't a natural disaster or anything like that, but it's just a major repair, them digging into the ground and stuff like that. And in my opinion, I should not have to pay or go stay with family while the repair is being done. It should be some way that they cover accommodations, temporary. And to add, on top of that, if I would transfer to another unit, I would have to show pay stubs like I'm reapplying again, and I don't want to do that. I don't think it's right if my current apartment is uninhabitable, just say it comes uninhabitable, but yet the tenant on the other side and on the other side of me is inhabitable, and there are other habitable units in that same building, and there's one up the hall that's a little bit smaller. I should not have to show pay stubs to be transferred to another unit. Mind you, my current apartment, after they do the work, there could be mold. There could be other issues. But yet, the property management company, all they can do is give me a discount on the following month's rent. I just need somebody legal or whatever, lawfully. How do I deal with this? Because I need someone to accommodate. I need accommodations when there's temporary work. So it's just to take less than a month, but still, the thing is, it's supposed to take, it started at the time of this video on Tuesday. But then it's going to be over a little over, supposed to be a little over a week, or say a week before it gets done. And I don't feel I should have to come out of my pocket or look at my renter's insurance, which I had the $500 deductible, which I had to put at least $500 out of my pocket to get accommodations, when I'm told I can't inhabit my apartment for certain said repairs. So is it my landlord's? Because some people say, a couple people have said, check your lease or whatever the case may be. I already dealt with the situation last year with the fire. And I had put that in the description of the previous video, on the video which I'll put in this description. So I'm just wondering. I'm putting it out there. I don't think I should reapply for apartment transfer. I don't think I should just, I shouldn't have to put out of pocket for hotel accommodations either. I should not have to use my renter's insurance, because I didn't have no personal property damage from this. It's just that I can't stay there because they're doing emergency work. So I need help. I need to know, because I live in Maryland. What are the laws in Maryland? Because my previous apartment complex, which I was living in, some people, I don't know if they actually, about their case, but they were looking to sue, because my last apartment was Woodmore Apartments. And they just set us out, and with no accommodation. I saw something about staying somewhere at least 28 days or something like that, but I don't know about that. I never was accommodated. I had to go back in with family, to live with family. So please, I need Maryland to get into, somebody reach out. I'm going to check, because my county has legal services where free legal services. Some people have offer free legal service. I got to look into that. But just telling me we're going to do emergency construction, wasn't my fault that the construction happened. It wasn't no natural disaster like hurricane or whatever the case may be, or something, storm or whatever the case may be. It was something with the plumbing, something they did, and I just want to know, because I don't think I should put not one penny out to pay for my own hotel accommodations, because I don't always want to go stay with family in the area. Because I already did that last year. I just want to move somewhere that I get treated properly. Because last year we were set out, and we had to fire, and now we had to fire, but it was a fire, and we couldn't inhabit the building, and now I moved to another building, which I can't stay for some days because they have a current repair work. I don't think I should put not one penny out to pay for accommodations. I should not have to show pay stubs to move to another unit. It's another unit a little bit smaller than that. The rent is not as high. I can move to that. I can move to, one about the same size as the current one that I have. Or move, I would really like the 2-bedroom, which with the special is not, all that much higher than what my rent is supposed to be due, because I'm due to renew the lease in July. So I need somebody to reach out. I have a P.O. box in the description of my videos, but I'm really tired. And I'm sure that Woodmore, if somebody wants to reach out, find a way to reach out to me, I'm sure Woodmore Apartments, they still have my some current information in my telephone number or somewhere where they can somebody could reach out to me, because I don't want to have to. I'm getting displaced, to deal with the getting displaced again. So I need somebody to have accommodations where I don't have to pay for, and I don't have to move in with family. Go stay with family for a few days or a week or whatever the case may be. Merlin needs something set up where that if people have a disaster or whatever, something happens or something nothing major like what I have, where you could stay temporary, a fun setup where, or whatever the case may be, where I can stay temporary, where I don't have to go with family and I don't have to put money out of pocket for hotel accommodations. I don't like having to put out money, because if I'm going through my renter's insurance, it's all a $500 deductible. So I have to put out $500 what if I don't have extra $500 and I got other financial obligations that I got to put that money towards? And the insurance lady, she couldn't understand. She was, when I talked to the State Farm lady on the phone, she couldn't understand why I couldn't just put out $500. We'll give you a a food allowance, but we can't cover your hotel accommodations. We'll cover the expense. We'll cover the hotel if it's staying over $500. That means I would have to put out $500. I don't want to have to put out $500. It's not my fault. It's the property where I have been at, which I moved from the one that had the fire, which I currently moved to, that is putting me out. They just would give me a I said, I don't have to get a discount of the following. Yes, I can get a discount. I received a discount, and it gave me a discount for the following month rent. But I need money. I need to, if you don't want to give me the cash, we don't have cash. Yeah, no, I'm not looking for you to give me cash for whatever. But you can't just pay directly to the hotel for me to stay at for a few days until you do the repair, or you don't have another unit where I can stay temporary until they fix the repair. I got to put out my money, my hard-earned money, which I got to put out my money to pay for a hotel, or I have to go stay with my family. The reason why I got my own place again, because I didn't want to stay with family. Why do I have to pay for hotel? I don't need a rag on reimbursement. I need someone to pay for my accommodations. I went through this last June. I just want to be somewhere where people don't be crappy with how they deal with their tenants. Dang, Dubin Property Management Company. Dubin, I'm naming them now. They only want to give me a discount on the following on the following month's rent. Pay for my daggone hotel accommodation. I can't put out $500. I got other financial obligations, which I push to this pay period. I'm just tired of this. Dubin Property Management. See it on the screen? I put it Dubin. I put it on the screen. Yes, I received. I'm thankful for the discount on the following month, but I need someone to pay for my hotel. I had to reduce the days on the hotel because I did not have the extra money to put out for hotel accommodations. Because that took a certain amount of my check that I need to go to another bill. That I need to go to the phone bill that I'm using this telephone to record. I'm just tired of it. If I look like I'm crying. I'm not crying, but dang, I'm pissed off. Merlin and these y'all property management that managed in the state of Maryland, because the other property I was at, it was under a different property management company. But I'm going to put in the description the video, the video almost 16 minutes in the description of this video. And I put in the description of that video, the video that I did last year from when I was at Woodmore Apartments. They did people crappy there. I don't know if the people, the case with that, but they did us crappy. Because, people can't put out money like that all the time. Some people are struggling financially. And I just had, I just had the comptroller of Maryland, the sanctuary state, snatch some money, over $2,000 from my income tax return. I got to look into, situation with that. Maryland, you need to do something and figure, all states, wherever state you're in. Because fellowships, they're not going to do it. Church, fellowships, ministries, they're not going to help people with accommodation. Yes, I said it. Fellowships and churches, they're not going to help people, well, churches or wherever, fellowships, I'll say, fellowships. They're not going to help people. Yes, I said it. Without all these these measures. Yes, the ministries, I know about some that have housing, they house people for free housing or whatever, but their rules, the curfews. I have certain work hours. When people live with people in those housing situations, they have curfews. I want to live somewhere where I don't have curfew. Because what if I work late? What if I work out all night and I couldn't? What certain hours? I'm just tired of this. I need to be accommodated. If work is being done, I need to be accommodated. If there's a disaster, I need to be accommodated. At least temporary accommodations. I shouldn't have to put out money for hotel. Oh, what's your emergency fund? I was saving it. I was starting to save some since the return. I was starting to get my financial situation situated. I had family help situated. I started to get back on track financially. But then this happened. It's not my fault. It's not my job to pay for hotel accommodation when you got out my floor for repair. And this is not an old building. It's building less than 5 years old. I'm not going to now. You probably people can do process elimination. The building, but I'm not going to put it out there like that. But I'll just say Dubin property management. Need to pay for my hotel accommodations. Yes, I'll take the discount. I'll receive the discount. I'm just tired of this. And I wouldn't even get it. I didn't even get into. I know that where people in the Woodmore Apartments had was putting together some lawsuit or whatever. I don't know, but I could have got into with that because we were justified. There was a justified lawsuit for my previous building for Woodmore Apartments. People were set out and didn't, they weren't compensated, and when your insurance doesn't want to pay you like they need to. And insurance, they should have something where, covers temporary housing, like at least like a couple of months or something, or a relocation. But if I want to relocate to another unit in the current building, they told me I got to show pay stubs. Can't you just refer me to a unit about the same size as mine, or even if it's slightly smaller? Do I need to show pay stubs? Anyway, I'm going to leave that there. I don't know how many people will watch this video. I linked the other video I did before this in the description. All right.